Brendan Reese. Good morning. Yes.
On each one, there's 118 days.
All right. So have you read the supplemental report? Everyone, please whisper.
Oh,
Have you read the supplemental report and discovered what the probation has complaints about?
Oh, she just told me, but I have, you said I haven't gave her my address, but
I'm sorry, what?
you said I haven't gave her my address, but where I stay, I haven't given her.
All right, so why does it take you having to come in for you to give them their address?
I have.
No, you're here because you would not give it. And according to this, it says CSO inquired about the address and he declined, stating he didn't want her family in his business.
No, I didn't say that. I have it here, right here. I sent it way July 9th that I sent her my address.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You're looking at 4 years in prison. You're continuing to test positive, according to this. So you need to ask yourself, is marijuana worth going to prison for 4 years? If it is, there's always accommodations for people to be at the prison for marijuana. And let me explain something to you. I know people will say marijuana is not a big deal. Oh, I can continue to smoke marijuana. Here's the thing. These are the rules. This is the law. In Texas, marijuana is not legal. The only way you can use marijuana if there is a doctor's prescription. And even then you have to use it within the prescribed parameters that they're giving you. And you're testing for more than marijuana. And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? See, okay, here's the thing. I can go send you to do a UA right now. And you want to weigh your things that it's going to be negative and tell me this. If it's positive, I can just tell them to file a motion to revoke. And then you know what will end up happening with a motion to revoke? What will end up happening is you will be taken into custody. Either you will make bond or you won't make bond. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're telling me your results are going to be negative?
Yeah.
Now we're moving around from they should.
I haven't given.
When's the last time you used? If you use a month and a half ago, it should be negative.
It's like a CBD that I bought from the store. I didn't know.
See, now I don't know why people want to risk their freedom. You know, well, you're saying yes, ma'am, but that's what you're doing. You're risking your freedom for marijuana. You're risking your freedom for CBD oil. You're risking your freedom for not telling them where you live. You're risking your freedom for not being at home for home visits. Probation is not easy. Probation is not supposed to be easy because guess what? You're on probation because you broke the law. And I know people will complain, I have to report to probation. This is so hard. Guess what? You broke the law. That's why probation is hard. Probation is not supposed to be easy. Probation is supposed to rehabilitate you. Probation being easy is not for you because you're on probation and you broke the law. So you have choices in your life. You can go to prison, and guess what? The most you can get is 4 years. You go to prison maybe for 4 years. Maybe you'll be out in 2, maybe longer. Who knows? They'll tell you when to wake up. They'll give you food to eat. Either your family will put money on your books for you to have a decent meal, or either you're going to have your bologna sandwich. What do they call those meals, Deputy Laura?
Johnny.
You can either have your Johnny, or either your parents will, or somebody, or your girlfriend will put money on your books. So why can you not complete this probation? Probation, what does he need?
Judge, a TAP evaluation was completed just recently, and the recommendations of the TAP is intensive outpatient treatment, monthly urinalysis, and documented sober support meetings. I would like to talk to Mr. Reese a little bit more so that maybe if there was some miscommunication in regards to the addresses, I can get that cleared up so that we can go ahead and conduct the field visits as mandated.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. I'm going to follow the recommendation of TAP. There's going to be intensive outpatient treatment, and there's going to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Are you employed?
No, I'm not. I'm looking. I did my trade, so I'm looking for my forklift job now. So I don't have a trade.
So here's the thing. How long have you been without employment?
I think about 2 or 3 weeks.
All right, so while you're waiting for another job to come around, you're going to have to get employment outside of your field because you're an adult, you have to eat. Nobody else should be supporting you. You understand? All right, is there anything else you need from the court? Probation, is there anything else?
No, Judge, but did you want me to do anything with the monthly raise?
We're going to do, you know what? Once he tests negative, patch him, and then we'll see what happens. So we'll do regular random UAs and make sure they test for levels. And then once he's negative, then patch.
Until further notice?
Yes. All right. Anything else? All right. Thank you. Do better. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. I will.
You should be thinking that, you know what? You have a key in your pocket to the prison, and you can either use that key to open it or not. And you should put a key in your pocket. And every time you look at that key and you see all those CBD places, you need to ask yourself, hey, I have a key. Do I want to use it to go to prison? It's completely up to you. You understand? All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. So did he speak to the bondsman?
There was not an issue with the bonding company, Judge.
Yes, ma'am, I called them.
So what did they say?
They said that it's totally fine, that for y'all to call them if you need, verification.
All right. Ms. Ferguson, on Arianta De La Cruz, if you can call and see if the bondsman is okay with being placed back on the bond and have the court bond reinstated. Who's the bondsman?
So I was never, and they told me I was never taken off, second chance bondsman.
All right. It's second chance. No, because, all right. All right. So where are we on discovery?
Judge, I provided 2 terabytes, an extended hard drive. The district attorney provided it to me. I wasn't sure when, but it's upstairs. I need to pick that up.
Okay. Any other discovery?
Not that I'm aware of. I haven't picked it up, so I need to sift through it. It's
Oh.
2 terabytes.
Okay. All right, Norma. On this case, recall it for December 19th. Are you in town December 19th, counsel?
Yes.
All right, recall this for December 19th, and that'll just be for us to have discovery. And Yaya, I'm going to ask that the warrant be recalled.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do apologize about yesterday, but
Oh, hey, things happen, but you need to pick up the phone and call people
Yes, ma'am.
instead of waiting to the last minute. You understand? Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you. Have a blessed.
Oh, thank you. You have a blessed day too.
Thank you.
Brian Trujillo. Mitchell Evans. Good morning. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Hello.
Hello, Your Honor.
All right, pause right here. This is one of those moments where the judge is basically saying, I already know what the report says. The question is, are you finally going to be honest today? This isn't small talk in probation court. Your paperwork is your lifeline messed that up and you're suddenly 1 foot in jail.
Have you received all the discovery?
No, Your Honor, and I've talked with the prosecutor, requested, this is a case that was opened before and then it was closed while they waited for the labs. They just reopened it. At that time prior, I had only gotten the police report, none of the videos or calls, 911 calls. I don't have those, but it just got reopened, so I'm going to be requesting additional discovery to be downloaded, but I haven't been able to get that yet.
All right. So there's some labs or something?
I mean, it's indicted, so.
The labs are
I
in.
haven't been able to get on my verification right now, but it wouldn't have been indicted unless the labs are back.
Okay.
The labs are back. I just don't have any of the videos. There's a 911 call. I just got one basic police report. That was it.
All right. How old are you, sir?
32.
All right. State if you can tender an offer, and your plea deadline date is going to be December 19th.
Judge, I'm going to be on vacation until
When's your vacation?
my vacation is the last 3 weeks of December and the first week of January, and then I'm already packed for the second week of January.
All right. We can recall it for December 2nd, 3rd,
Judge-
5th, 9th.
I won't have the videos and have time to go through it by then.
We don't know if you have the videos or not. All right. This case is coming back on December 12th.
Judge, I won't be in town. December 12th, I'm going to be out of town.
All right.
Out of
Norma, this
state.
is coming back on December 5th.
Okay.
All right.
Judge, I'm sorry. December 5th, I have a dentist appointment, and if I reschedule.
All right, Norma, December 3rd.
December 3rd.
First degree, I'm not sure. And so this is not.
May I approach, Your Honor? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Tell me who the attorney is.
She's
So my client, he has an MTR on a drug case, but he has another case that's pending that's not indicted, and probably the drugs haven't even been tested yet. And I suspect he's got another attorney on that case. And I'm not on second degrees or first degrees. And the new case is a second degree or first degree. I don't know which.
Okay.
So I was just gonna.
All right, so today is plea deadline date.
Yes, Your Honor. An offer has been extended. That includes hopeful participation in the mental health courts. She was previously referred for misdemeanor drug court. However, she did not meet criteria for that program. From the mental health court, we do have Ms. Panesian here.
Yes, please come forward.
Yes, you can come forward, Ms. Panesian, like, with the judge's permission.
Because this has been going on since October 7th.
Yes, Judge. Yes, I'm aware. The reason for the seeming delay is that she was referred for the El Camino program, County Court 11, and she went through the process of meeting with them there. However, she did not meet criteria as per the clinicians, so they said that mental health court might be more suitable. So then after receiving that word that she didn't meet criteria for the adult drug court program, we are referring her for hopeful admission into the felony mental health court, Judge. Ms. Panesian she kindly came this morning. She's going to meet with Ms. Aaron to see about her meeting potential criteria, and then it would have to go through the process of potential staffing and the like, Judge. So we do apologize about the delay, but we have been working diligently to get her the help that she needs, Judge. And we're just requesting a reset for that process to take fold. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out with the adult drug court, but we're hopeful mental health court, as her issues seems to be more rooted in mental health, Judge.
All right. Excuse me. How long is this going to take, this process?
With the holidays coming, Judge, she won't come into the program if accepted until January.
It's with the holidays coming up, Judge, and I know that the mental health court does have graduations as
With
well.
the dockets, I only have one docket for Judge Van Hell on December 20th, and
And she's not going to be able to make that docket?
I don't believe so.
It's also, Judge, a little bit of a little tiny hair in the soup as well, is that she does have a unfiled family violence misdemeanor case that the DA's office with the mental health court is looking into too, Judge. So that's unfiled. It doesn't have a court date, but it's seemingly in there, so we'll have to wrap that up. But we're hoping to have all that done for potential admission to January if she does meet criteria, Judge.
Your Honor, may I ask a question for
Yes.
clarification? When will you know whether she is or is not eligible?
First of all, I have to do a screening, which is an hour-long screening. I send in an attorney packet to the DA's office, which is Bianca Herrera. And she
This is where a lot of people get it twisted. The judge isn't moralizing about weed. She's laying out the legal math. Probation is a contract. You violate the term. The deal is off. Simple as that. Question for you: should probation rules evolve with changing marijuana laws? Or is the court right to stick strictly to what's on paper?
reviews it and it gives me an answer. Roughly, I guess, maybe a month, 4 weeks. But with the holidays coming out, next week's Thanksgiving.
And then additionally, I know that she's going to have to possibly check in with Bianca, with Melly, to see about the unfiled misdemeanor case, to hopefully consolidate those into her getting into the program.
All right, Norma. On this case, recall it for January 28th. That's the final plea deadline date. There will be no further plea deadlines after that date.
Yes,
And
Your
then
Honor.
after that, if this case isn't disposed of, your next date is going to be a jury trial.
Yes, Your Honor. We'll work diligently to that end. We appreciate the court's patience.
All right, thank
Thank you,
you.
Judge.
Thank you for addressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Have a good one. You too.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. Alrighty. All right, where are we on discovery?
We have got the tapes, Judge. I have them here. I will review them.
Do not lose that.
I told her about 10 hours, so I would ask for some time, and then we asked to come back. So after I've had a chance to review them, discuss them with my client, and
All right. I can recall this back the week of December 19th. I'm sorry, the December 16th. So that's the 16th, the 17th, the 19th, or the 20th.
19th, Judge would work.
All right, Norma, this is coming back on the 19th. State, in this case, did you tender an offer or no? All right, so Norma, on the 19th, an offer is due.
Yes.
All right, thank you for addressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Judge, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
there's a case that was set today, but it was transferred
Mhm.
to the 290th.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a hearing on it today, or since it's transferred, do you want just the 290th?
I'll just let the 290th hear it.
Okay.
I know you all would like for me to hear it, but
It's up to you guys. It's co-defendant case, so all of them are shifting over there.
yeah, no, I'll let them hear it.
Okay. Thank you. Judge.
Your case didn't involve witnesses, did it?
Today?
Yes.
No.
Okay, then I'll let them hear it.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Can I just get you to sign a protective order for CPS records?
Sure.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
I will file it there. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. What page is Johnny Ruiz on? And what page is McKinney on? All right, thank you.
Your Honor, this is a sentencing and we have one witness.
Okay. Who's the prosecutor on this case? Yes, I think she said there were 3 though. Court is calling 2023 CR 0290 State versus Virginia Velatorez. Can I have parties announced for the record? State. Defense.
Your Honor, good morning. Frankie Sandoval on behalf of Ms. Bella Torres.
And are you Ms. Velatorez? All right, I'm going to need you to keep your voice up so that I can hear.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You entered a plea on October 3rd of no contest. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court deferred finding of guilt. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 16 months in the state jail facility. Oh, I'm so sorry. There are no applications in this case.
Not in this case, Your Honor.
All right. So the court did find that there was sufficient evidence at that time to find you guilty, and the court found you guilty. So according to the plea bargain agreement, punishments be assessed at a cap of 16 months in the state jail facility. This is the run concurrent with County Court Cause number 70040, 70039. There's to be restitution to Kimberly Inaosa at Cash American Pond, and restitution to complainants in County Court Cause number 70040 and 70039. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report, State? Yes.
If I understood you correctly, you said that this case would run concurrent with the county court cases, is that correct?
Yes, that's what's in the,
And yet on page 2, paragraph 4, custodial information, it says to be taken into consideration with instant office.
all right. So then that's an issue.
Listen to this tone shift. This isn't just about drugs anymore. It's about choices. The judge is painting 2 futures, one where you grind through probation and one where the system decides your wake up time for you. And honestly, which one would you pick if temptation is literally on every corner?
With the PSI report, because according to you, to parties' plea bargain agreement, it's to run concurrent. So it's not to be taken in consideration.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right. Unless y'all decide to change it and say you would like it taken in consideration.
Your Honor, the agreement was to run concurrent. We had the misdemeanors.
All right. So State, any other objections to the PSI report?
No.
Defense, any objections to the PSI report?
No, Judge.
Any objections to the TAP evaluation? State?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any objections?
No, Your Honor, only a point of clarification with respect to motivation. In my discussions throughout my representation, Ms. Bella Torres, her goal is to better her life and is motivated in doing so. She's not an expert with respect to treatment and recovery that may be available or diagnosis. So if what may have appeared to be a lack of motivation was not her intent.
All right. And you have witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You may call your first witness.
I'd like to call Ms. Angelina Torres.
Angelina Torres, if you'll come forward, please. Hello. Good morning. All right. If you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. You can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so I can hear and the court reporter can hear.
Okay.
All right. If you'll state your name for the record.
Angelina Torres.
All right. Defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Torres, how are you related to Ms. Virginia Vela Torres?
She's my mom.
I'm sorry?
She's my mom.
So you've known her all your life?
Yes.
You understand and appreciate the fact that she is here facing sentencing on a serious felony matter. What kind of mom has she been?
My mom goes above and beyond. My mom worked 2 jobs. She started working at UTSA. She's been a supervisor there for 2.5 years. We started college and she started another job just in case I needed to pay for my school.
And would it be fair to say that there has been some time between the occurrences that gave rise to this case and now? That some time has gone by. It's been a long period.
Excuse me, everyone, we're on the record. I'm going to need you to whisper. All right, and I'm going to need you to keep your voice up because it's difficult for the court reporter to hear.
Okay.
All right. Are you able to hear? Okay.
Yes, Judge.
All right, you may continue.
Is it safe to say it's been a long period of time that from the time of these cases to the time of her arrest in September?
Yes, it has been a long period.
And during that period of time, what sort of work has your mom been doing and what sort of assistance to her family does she provide?
I'm sorry.
Is she a hard worker?
Yes, my mom.
Because there's been this long gap between the occurrences and her arrest, as far as you know, there have been no other arrests, no other problems.
Yes, there has not been any other arrests or problems.
Now, you understand that your mom took responsibility for this once everything came to light and accepted a plea bargain which calls for a maximum of 16 months.
Yes.
That maximum is up to the judge. If you had a request to make of Judge Boyd with respect to the range of punishment, would you ask for her to set the range of punishment at the lower end or the higher end for your mom?
The lower end.
And why would that be?
My mom's not a trouble person. My mom goes above and beyond. Like I said, her thing is she likes to help people when she's struggling as well.
And this is such out of the ordinary, what occurred. Do you have any explanation for why there may have been this schism or this, what may have triggered this negative activity on your mom's part?
So not that activity.
Okay. Because it's out of her character.
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much for coming in. You can call your next witness.
Your Honor, she's my only witness. I just have argument on behalf of Ms. Vellatori.
All right, state, what are you requesting? All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, if the court would consider, if I may, Your Honor, 16 months.
Quick legal breakdown: specialty courts like drug court and mental health court aren't just second chances, they're structured programs with strict criteria. You don't just walk in. Because you want help, you have to qualify, get screened, and then get approved. And with holidays coming up, the system basically hits the slow motion button.
Would not be adequate punishment. I'm going to say it again, would not be adequate punishment for Ms. Vellatori. And that is from her words to me. When she read what Ms. Gaitan's daughter said about still having memories of her teacher taking her bracelet, stealing her bracelet, it cut Ms. Vellatori, it pained her like a knife to the bone. She's the internal punishment that she is putting herself through for allowing the financial difficulties that COVID brought around during that time to trigger her doing these acts is one that she's still recovering from. However, Your Honor, confinement in the interest of justice for 16 months wouldn't serve justice in the sense that there is much, as you've heard from Ms. Torres's daughter and from the pre-sentence investigation, contribution that Ms. Torres can make to society. She's a good worker, worked multiple jobs, had elevated positions in multiple jobs, had this one, albeit big hiccup, but it's one that she's been paying the price for. She's been, during the time of, between the occurrence and her arrest, she had been checking on, trying to see what the status was. It's not for lack of responsibility that this matter has prolonged as long as it has. She carries this with her and will carry it with her as a crime of moral turpitude for the rest of her life. And again, especially with the words of that young child, it is one that, as she's explained to me, when she closes her eyes, it pains her and will continue to pain her more likely than not, Your Honor, for the rest of her life.
All right. So this is what the court does not understand, and maybe your client can address these issues because I'm trying to make a determination on what her sentence should be. But according to the police reports and the stipulation, this is not the first time that she's taken, a bracelet or a charm from a student.
Well, would you mind putting Ms. Velatorez under oath, Your Honor?
Sure. Can you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you're going to need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you'll state your name for the record.
Virginia Velatorez.
All right, so according to the stipulations, this is not the first time you've taken a bracelet or a charm from a student. And this student says that they were in the restroom washing their hands and that you took their bracelet, I'm assuming so it wouldn't get wet. And then they asked you to return the bracelet to them, and you continued, according to the student, brushing them off, wouldn't return the bracelet. So the student goes home to their parent, and their parent is, where's this James Avery bracelet? And then they say, you took it and you wouldn't return it. And then there's this big thing where you called into the office and they say that you broke down crying, saying that you didn't take the bracelet. And of course, they have videos everywhere. They show this student going into the restroom and they say it's plain to see that she had her bracelet. And then they show you going into the restroom. And then she comes out and they say they see the student drinking from a water fountain, and that student no longer has her bracelet. And so the student is saying she kept asking you to return her bracelet and you kept brushing her off. And then there is someone else, according to the stipulations, that they're saying you also took their child's charm. So explain.
It was just a rough patch during COVID. Our hours were cut short. I wasn't working very many hours. My husband's disabled, gets a monthly check just to make ends meet. I found it easy to do that.
But then it's like, how old was this child? All right, she's 5 years old. You're an adult, and she's saying that she wants her bracelet back. And you're just telling her you're not giving it back to her. I don't understand at what point in your mind would you have been thinking, maybe you would have been like, oh my gosh, I really need to return this bracelet to her. But you just.
I was at the time, but
But you just kept brushing off a 5-year-old. What did you think was going to happen? Her family was going to think that she lost the bracelet and probably punish her for losing the bracelet while you have taken her bracelet and then pawned it?
I just figured they would think, you
just figured what?
They would just assume she had lost it.
And then people would think that, you know what? We're not going to get her any bracelets anymore because she's not ready to have a bracelet because she's constantly losing items. And then at some point you would think that maybe your conscience would click in when you see the little girl comes there and they're there with their mother and they're accusing you of taking the bracelet. Then you went to the crying part saying you didn't take it. Was that all acting on your part, the crying, I didn't take it?
I just didn't know how to admit that I had pawned it.
Okay. All right. Any questions?
Did you find yourself, Ms. Velatorez, just for clarification to the court, did you find yourself having crossed a bridge that you did not know how to get back across?
Yes, I did.
And if you had the knowledge or the insight or the foresight as how to correct it, would you have done so?
Yes, sir, I would have.
But by this time, it was just the bridge too far had been taken.
Yes, I didn't have enough time to be able to get it back out and return it. Like find a way to say I found it while cleaning, or it was in toys or in between something, and return it. I didn't have enough time.
And as you've described to me, this is a punishment that you're dealing with, and it almost with every breath that you're taking.
Yes, because being a childcare provider or teacher was my passion for my career. And because of the stupidity that I did, I could never go back to that career again.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
All right, any questions, State?
No.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 16 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. This is run concurrent with 70040, 70039. Restitution, if any, to Kimberly and Osa, and also the Cash America Pond. And there's to be no employment as a child care provider. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? And did you understand it?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Once you do something and you start being deceptive about it, there more lies follow and more lies and more lies. And pretty soon everything is spiral out of control. In this case, you had so many opportunities to stop. When she was asking you for her bracelet back, you should have just gave it back to her instead of calculating in your mind, you know what? This family bought her this James Avery bracelet. They're not going to miss it. They have enough money. And then that still didn't stop you. Then you start calculating in your mind, her family's going to think that she's irresponsible. Let them think she's irresponsible. And then they won't give her any more jewelry. Because do you know how that felt for her? You're an adult. You're in a position of power. You're supposed to be trustworthy. Now, who knows? Maybe she's not going to trust teachers anymore. You understand?
Yes.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is the moment where the case stops being just a theft and becomes something heavier. We're talking about a 5-year-old, a child power dynamics matter in court, and when the victim is a kid. Judges take that personally. Be real. Do you think remorse after getting caught carries the same weight as stopping before anyone noticed? That final speech, that's the judge speaking to more than just the defendant. That's a warning to anyone watching who thinks small lies stay small. One bad choice turned into a chain reaction that cost someone their career, their freedom, and probably a piece of their identity. So let me ask you, at what point do consequences stop being punishable?